Okay, so we're going to continue our series from the notes from December the 19th, 2011 is when I originally did this meditation. We are on to part 36, and this one's going to be entitled James Webb Telescope, Obsidan Mirrors, Sudbury Neutrino Observatory, Alien Technology, and Muons. This is my story. The first 35 was about my story about my computer freezing. And then the song Bye 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 starts playing on my computer from the NSYNC CD. And I started looking at the words in it, and then I started blogging it and doing a Google search. And I mixed it in with the Kepler 22b and the data, and that's what came up was this James Webb Telescope. Which I was completely surprised to get because I was just joking around, basically taking the lyrics of the song and putting it with my numbers, and then this comes up and it kind of freaked me out. So this is what it looks like. This is what they're building. Okay. And the James Webb Telescope was named after the man who ran the program. And he ran the NASA program from February 1961 to October 1968. And this is what it's going to look like when they're finished building it. The James Webb Telescope, sometimes called JWST, will be a large infrared telescope with a 6.5 meter primary mirror, which is this part here. The project is working to a 2018 launch date. What they're saying is that this telescope will be able to tell us whether or not the Big Bang Theory actually happened, and it can take you back in time to the very beginning of the universe. I have no idea how they're going to do that, but that's quite interesting to read about. So I'm going to just read just some stuff that I found on the actual jwst.nasa.government website. It's the James Webb Space Telescope, sometimes called JWST. It's a large infrared optimized space telescope. The project is working to a 2018 launch date. Webb will find the first galaxies that formed in the early universe, connecting the Big Bang to our own Milky Way galaxy. Webb will peer through dusty clouds to see stars forming planetary systems, connecting the Milky Way to our own solar system. Webb's instruments will be designed to work primarily in the infrared range of the electromagnetic spectrum, with some capacity in the visible range. Webb will have a large mirror, and if you can read some more about that. Basically, now that I know a little more from doing the research, I'm actually up to 82 notes for 82 videos, but I'm only actually currently filming video number 36. So as I go along, you'll learn more and more about spectrum and how SETI uses it to determine whether or not a planet is habitable. And now they are actually sending signals out to outer space towards these galaxies that they found these habitable planets on. And they're hoping to get some sort of response back from some sort of aliens or something out there, right? And what my message was from the Mayas. The Mayas, aliens, NASA. It says, when this came up, this James Webb Telescope, I went and did another meditation, right? And it says, the Mayas say that aliens say that NASA needs to look at using this for its mirrors in the James Webb Telescope that they are building for 2018. It's something called Obsidan, which is something that it was valued in Stone Age cultures because, like flint, it could be fractured to produce sharp blades or arrowheads. Like all glass and some other types of naturally occurring rocks, Obsidan breaks with a characteristic conchoidal fracture. It was also polished to create early mirrors. Okay, so the next note says, bringing the noise, writing a note to NASA to take a look at the messages from the Mayas, asking if they can use it for building UFOs and fast-traveling spaceships. And so what I did is I blogged it like this, and I also sent a note to them on YouTube that they're saying you need to use Obsidan for your mirrors. And I'll read you the message here. This was the video that I watched about the James Webb Telescope. Let's give it to you for just a second so I don't get in trouble here. It says you're going to see 13 billion years into the past. I guess it gives you a basic idea It's called the Hubble's successor, the James Webb Telescope mission trailer. Take a look at it on YouTube, okay? It gives you a little more details. But anyways, what I blogged about is I'm posting messages based on information and technology ideas coming from meditations and thoughts being received by an ancient world. Okay, so I posted this on December the 19th, 2011. Okay? I don't know why, but they are sending me information on a daily basis, and I'm blogging it and putting it on my video blogs on the Ideal Sets. Tonight I had another freaky incident happen. I was copying CD music to my MP3 player and my computer stopped doing it. The program froze up. Okay, so that's the story about in the 35 video. The previous video, if you look it up, I'll talk about it. And up comes the Sudbury Neutrino Observatory and the James Webb Space Telescope. Two things I've never heard of until tonight at 1:42 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is now 2:07 a.m. Of course, I had to Google it to find out what on earth it was, what it meant, right? Because like I've never heard about it before. And I've sent NASA a comment on YouTube for them to check the videos on the Ideal's YouTube channel to see if it's true, and that the scientific data they are sending me can be used to build a faster spaceship. So basically what I'm asking is for scientists and physicists to take a look at some of my videos where I talk about their type of work and the stuff that they're used to dealing with, the data and stuff, and I want to know whether or not it can actually be used for a faster spaceship, or if I'm just getting these crazy thoughts for no reason at all. Now they are saying for them to use this Obsidan for their mirrors. According to my notes and research from Wikipedia, over 3,000 years ago, the Mayas used this material to make mirrors and its special properties. They are saying the mirrors that you have now, the one that they've used now on their on the James Webb Telescope, the ones that they just finished making, according to the Mayas, they say they are going to buckle up in space and the levers will not open properly the way you have designed it. They are suggesting this material is better to use. You have to do the math and test the heat components of your system with theirs and compare it. There are temperature changes in their galaxy, with the heat being at 72 degrees on the one planet. Put a bunch of planets together that are warm and the air circulating will grow hotter as friction happens for the atmospheric pressures there. Now I don't know if that's something they can check with the spectrum or microwaves and stuff that they use. I don't even know if they're even going to bother to look at this message, but it would be kind of cool if they could do a simulation of it in their computers to see whether or not this message is true. The matter will be disturbed from your ships and probes, and it will heat up the temperature considerably. I've asked them to help us travel faster and better in space for a cheaper price tag, and I'm hoping the data they are sending will be useful for NASA to use for their future projects. I'm a mere blogger with a spiritually open mind, able to receive the oddest messages that usually come true in most cases. So it's all good, only a scientist can determine if the data can be used, and men and women, remember, you must think outside of the box of what Earthlings usually perceive. Einstein and Nostradamus knew how to do just that. Think outside of the box, and they are a few of the great scientists and inventors that changed your civilization and made it what it is today. And then I posted my space travel ship sightings, World News Kepler 22b, Mayas, how they built the pyramids, and make lightweight, heat-resistant, fast lithium, magnesium UFOs for space travel at high rates of speed across the universe. That's one of the earlier videos that I made about the components that they use for their spaceships that I was showing you. So let's go back to our notes here. Okay. So the second part of this video, we're already at 10 minutes almost. Okay, the second part is about this Sudbury Neutrino Observatory. SNO results have provided revolutionary insight into the properties of neutrinos and the core of the sun. Now the funny thing is back in December I had absolutely no idea what a neutrino was. And here we are in January, and this is January 6th today, 2012, 7:34 p.m. Yesterday, I started doing some research about neutrinos because I came up with, there was some sort of experiment that was done, and it was a shock to the physicists and scientists because these neutrinos, basically, according to the law of physics for Isaac Newton, particles are not allowed to travel faster than the speed of light. They've never found a particle that can. But I guess these neutrinos that they've been testing are going faster than the speed of light. So of course there was a big hoopla about it, right? So then I just noticed it was posted last week, and I was laughing because last night I looked at it, and there's like, you know, hundreds of scientists and physicists now trying to figure out, and they're writing papers and theories and stuff, trying to come up with the theory as to why this is happening. And they're just completely stumped about it, but they're doing some testing. They've built a new testing facility, and we'll be talking about that in the videos number 75 and up. We're only at 36 right now, so you guys are going to have to wait. I'll try to get them up as soon as possible because it is really exciting. I find that the more research I blog, the more discoveries that they are making, so hopefully this stuff that I'm blogging about is helping them put, like I said, I'm helping them piece some puzzle pieces together. I'm looking at information that is on the internet from various scientists and data that is coming up from my searches, and I'm basically connecting people together that have things that can be used for what our intention is to build this faster spaceship. Okay, so this is the scientists from CERN have repeated their findings of neutrinos traveling faster than the speed of light, and this photograph is from CERN Science Photo Library. I don't know what that is, but anyways, it's kind of pretty, isn't it? And it has something to do with the muon, this little particle. I guess they're testing it with a muon, some sort of, the only testing thing they have that they can use to test this particle that goes faster than the speed of light is this muon tester. They haven't built something that they can actually use this one. You can bet your boots they're going to build something, right? Because they always, as soon as they find something, they want to try it out and see what they can do with it. So the moon's cosmic ray shadow, as seen in secondary muons, I might be pronouncing it wrong, I'm sorry if I am, generated by cosmic rays in the atmosphere and detected 700 meters below ground at the Obsidan 2 detector. So basically these are like buried deeply into the earth. It's called the elementary particle. Well, anyways, there's a lot of stuff. Just Google it up. It's called muon, M-U-O-N. I don't want to go through all the stuff. Okay, so we're going to go here. We'll cover more in my next set of notes about this. These are my thoughts. And more of my thoughts, which I'm going to do in the next video for you guys. Oh, I can't. Sorry, I've numbered all my notes. I can't do it. Okay, sorry. Let's go back here real quick. Okay, my thoughts. As of January 5th, 2012, it is 11:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I've been studying the effects of neutrinos as they came up in some other notes. And here I am going back a month and finding I've seen this before but didn't know what it meant back on December 19th, 2011. Now I know that neutrinos are small particles of matter that can travel faster than the speed of light. This is a challenge to the law of physics created by Isaac Newton, as scientists couldn't believe the first set of results. Another test was conducted with even more results for them to puzzle over. I'll be talking about this more in future video number 74 of this Maya UFO Kepler 22b planet series of scientific data that pertains to a meditation message from a SETI alien contact email sent December 6, 2011, for which I got a response during meditation around December 10th, 2011. So if you scroll down on my YouTube channel and look up SETI and then part 1, you'll find it. Okay? I've been researching the ancient mathematical data they sent to me in a vision ever since, and finding all sorts of delightful things that scientists, SETI, NASA, and other space organizations can use based on thoughts and data from alien technology factors. I'll also be talking about this project and how it works with neutrinos, the universe's dark matter, and rocket spaceship speeds and engine propulsions, and how this data can help mankind build a faster transporter into outer space. We'll be talking about the Opera Oscillation Project with Emulsion Tracking Apparatus team. They also have to do some comparisons. The muon, it's an elementary particle similar to the electron with a unitary negative electric charge and spin. And it talks about spin and lepton, okay? So you have to Google that, M-U-O-N. and then I said my thoughts here, which I'm going to start in the next video because I've run out of time with this one. So stay tuned for the next video, which is going to be part 37, and I believe this is going to be called, I didn't do the titles yet. Okay, sorry, I numbered all my information here, but I didn't title it. Okay, so I have to go back to doing that. Okay.